Guys, our friends at Manscaped understand that men's grooming requires precision tools. Not only do the sensitive areas require it, but hygiene demands it. You've got to try their Performance Package 4.0, which includes their innovative Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, and Crop Preserver ball deodorant, and Crop Reviver toner, plus the Manscaped Performance Boxer Briefs, and a travel bag to hold all these goodies. The 4th generation of Manscaped lawnmower features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents, thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. It's waterproof, and it also has a spotlight for a more precise shave. Manscaped just launched their brand new Boxers 2.0 with a special jewel pouch designed to keep everything in its own place. This is a game changer. Get 20% off plus free shipping. Use the promo code Chael at manscaped.com or just click on the link below. Jake Paul KSI. Guys, I don't know where this is going to go. If I was to predict it, it's headed for nowhere land. But it's interesting because I'm curious on Jake's next move. I'm really curious on what Jake is going to do next. Jake started off with something that really appeared to have a life. Less than 2 years, celebrity box, but it wasn't just Jake. It wasn't just what Jake was going to. Other guys started doing it. I mean, Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones, that's what that was about. Evander Holyfield coming back. That's what that was about. Oscar De La Hoya going to get in there with Vitor Belfort. That's what that was about. That has some level of sustainability. I'm just sharing with you, it's not boxing. Like for the WBC or the IBF to kind of look away and say, this isn't going to affect our rankings. Like it's one of those things. And Jake, over a very short period, realized, hey, I'm actually really good at this, and I would like to get recognized. On a personal note, I would like to test this, but I'd also like my recognition. He chose to do that. I can't fault him at all. But when he did that, he's now part of the dirtiest business and sport we've ever seen. It's my sport. I'm not looking to put it down. I'm just saying that I do understand it. It is a sport that is so dirty that a free republic known as the United States had to bring in the government to regulate it. That has never happened. And Jake decided he wanted to be part of that, and he decided he was going to take advice and listen to those guys. It became a problem. He got burned not once, twice. He got burned twice. Guys he wanted to make millionaires. Guys that should love him. They should put a picture of him up in their family home. They burned him. Okay. What's he going to do next? I mean, you don't have a lot of options. Do I continue down this, try again, try harder? Or do I say screw it and go back to what I already know worked? So he's getting this talk going with KSI. That doesn't mean he's going to fight KSI. I just thought it was perhaps a glimpse into what Jake is doing. Now, Jake is not being challenged by the boxing community. They don't want to fight him. Nobody is stepping forward. They do not want to fight him. But he's also not being challenged by the entertainment industry. I mean, right? There's some rough old boys out there. Hockey claims to have them. Football claims to have them. But none of them have stepped up, and they want the $1 million in the big marquee spot either, right? I mean, you can't just go to a level of celebrity that'll fight him. You can't go to the boxing world to fight him. Apparently, the whole world is apparently scared of Jake Paul. Well, KSI is not, for whatever reason. So maybe they are going to have to, by default, go in that direction, and I'm not against it. But there's another guy. His name is Andrew Tate. I was contacted by Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate made a video. It didn't do terribly well. He did it about 2 months ago. He called out Jake Paul. But in those last 2 months, Tate has exploded. He's being discussed on the Joe Rogan show. I'm discussing him now. Now, Logan Paul, Jake's brother, discussed him this morning. Barstool Sports, Dave Portnoy personally interviewed Tate. All of a sudden, Andrew Tate, a guy that called out Jake Paul 2 months ago, all of a sudden meets the criteria that Jake's looking for, which is people are interested in him and he brings a base. I should mention for you that Andrew Tate is a 4-time world kickboxing champion. So things are very, very different, and Tate'll show up. I mean, just so you understand, if Andrew Tate says he'll show up, he'll show up. Believe me. I don't know how many guys you can say that about. And it's to the point that Jake himself spoke about Logan. I apologize, Andrew Tate with his brother Logan. They were very dismissive. that, hey, I don't like the guy's shtick. I don't like that he's out here telling kids they got to buy Bugattis. I mean, he did a whole breakdown on it, but he still discussed him, right? I mean, that's how fights start. Somebody rejects the fight or rejects the opponent or rejects the challenge or rejects the premise as a way of discussing that person so that you, the audience, who's going to make up the decision on this, you're the customer, can come back and tell them what you think about it. So Andrew did his part. He called out Paul. Then he went and got himself famous. He checks the box. Jake would love a ranking. He would love to be on a top 10 or a top 15 of a sanctioned and recognized commission. But go be a 4-time world kickboxing champion, that means something too. And whether some little organization that nobody trusts, knows who head, knows what country it's in, knows anything. You don't know anything about the WBO, WBA, WBC, IFC, IB. I mean, I could keep going. You don't know who leads them. You don't know where their funding comes from. You don't know where their office is. None of you. So you can care what those guys think. You can. Or you could come what the people think. And Andrew Tate becomes a really interesting option. Andrew Tate is cronies with my buddy, Luke Barnott. Luke Barnott is on an airplane right now to travel to a different country, I believe it's Romania, to go spar with Andrew Tate. I'm just bringing this to you. This is real. If that's what you guys want to see, speak up. Logan didn't hear about it 2 months ago, but he knows about it now. Jake wasn't asked about it 2 months ago, but he's asked about it today. There could be legs to it. I also just think it solves a lot of problems, right? Going out and figuring what you can do to put on a show with Jake. I mean, you've now got problems that you never thought you were going to have, such as, can I get the show off the ground? You talk about bell time. Can I get the bell right? Can I get the fight to the ring? No one ever thought they'd have that problem, particularly when you've got $1 million to put up to incentivize someone to walk to the ring. So he's got problems that we never knew that he would have. But he also has his own desires. He also has his own motivations. He's made that very clear. He wants to be recognized by you. Would you be more impressed as far as a legit, skilled badass if Jake goes and beats up KSI? Or would you be more impressed if he goes and beats up a 4-time world champion in Andrew Tate?